Hello, everyone. I am Tiffany, the host of your virtual summit, Beauty and Confidence Within. Acknowledge your worth, step into your power, and radiate your own unique beauty from the inside out. Today, we have Dr. Brittany Ray with us. How are you, Dr. Brittany?
I am fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're fabulous. You look fabulous too.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yeah, of course. So, Dr. Brittany is a momentum and confidence coach, an educator and speaker who believes that you are worth everything. So, invest in yourself. Isn't that right, Dr. Brittany?
That is right. That is absolutely right.
Yeah. So, for those of our audience that are not familiar with you yet, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, how you got into your work?
Absolutely. You did such a great introduction. I'm just going to elaborate a little bit more on to what you said.
Okay.
I am a actual school administrator. Again, I'm a momentum and confidence coach. I consider myself to be a mover, a shaker, and a history maker.
Awesome.
Yes, ma'am. In addition to that, I have been a K-12 educator for over 11 years. I'm also an adjunct instructor as well as a certified life coach. So again, like I mentioned, I have over 11 years of a professional experience, and I am an expert in motivating individuals and creating meaningful climates and cultures to ensure individuals' maximum potential. So
Awesome.
those are the things that I enjoy doing.
That's awesome. Okay, so in your, I know a little bit about you, and I know that you talk about mindset blocks sometimes. So I'm going to go straight into it. Us women, we have mindset blocks. Can you define what that is and how we can overcome our mindset blocks?
Absolutely. So mindset blocks are anything in your mind, those negative thoughts in your mind that are stopping you from getting to your next destination, whether or not it be, your negative thoughts. A lot of times we are our own worst enemies. So, we sometimes engage, unfortunately, in a lot of negative self-talk. So those mindset roadblocks are there to stop you from getting to where you need to be. So how you get over that, or how I can help you get over that, I help you identify and shatter those limited beliefs, build a sense of self-worth and accomplishment, create and achieve goals, improve current relationships and encourage new ones, and create a new, clearer mission and vision for yourself.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about, okay, so with confidence, right? So I know you're talking about like negative self-talk. I know it's hard for women to sometimes feel confident, and sometimes we do feel confident, but we want to remain confident. So how do you portray confidence and inner beauty to your clients and to your community?
That is an awesome question. I am a strong believer of leading by example. Do I always feel confident whenever I walk into a room? Absolutely not. But you better believe I am going to fake it until I make it. So I always tell my clients and communities, again, you are worth everything. Invest in yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, which is the head, then the body can't function. So you need to take care of your head. You need to take care of your mental space first. So I just strongly believe you have to show up looking the best you can possibly looking the best you can possibly look. And when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you tend to be more confident. You tend to stand out more.
That's awesome. Okay, so fake it till I make it, girl.
Absolutely, and you can do that with eye contact, body language, just being aware of your surroundings. And I'm a strong believer, confidence is contagious. So if you lack confidence, people will know.
That is so true. Confidence is contagious. I love that, because when I'm out here trying to empower women too, or uplift them, it just makes them feel so happy and like, compliment you back or compliment the next woman. So that's awesome. Confidence is contagious. I like that. So when you're working with your clients, what experience would you like to create for them?
Wow. Oh my goodness. When I'm working with my clients, I want my clients to be able to identify a sense of self-worth and confidence by highlighting, and I do this by highlighting the things that they're already doing right. First, I like to acknowledge the fact that they're already starting to invest in themselves, because that is my number one thing, invest in yourself. By taking the action to talk to me is number one. That's the first step, recognizing that they need some assistance. That's the first step. I think at some point, everyone needs to talk with someone and seek assistance. So I let them know that this is a journey. This is something that's going to be ongoing. Confidence is not something that's instant. So the first conversation with me, you're not going to instantly get confidence. It's a journey. It's a progress. It's something that you have to constantly do. I want them to be able to walk away with confidence and the ability to make things happen for themselves. I want them to be able to build meaningful relationships with people, and not only build those relationships, not only take from those relationships, but I want them to be able to give into those relationships. Mm-hmm. So those are the things that I wish that my clients would get from me. And those are the experiences that they typically do come at, by the time they get done with my coaching sessions. Those are the things that the skills that they have.
Okay, perfect. So that leads me to my next question, because you have experience empowering other people. So what is your definition of empowerment?
Wow. Okay. So I have a really simple definition for empowerment. Okay.
Yes.
Empowerment. When I think empowerment, that is my slogan is keep it moving. Okay. So empowerment is the ability to keep it moving, to move past obstacles, use your experience to help others. When I think about empowerment means authority. It means power. It means the ability to have autonomy to let your light shine. You know, I believe that when you are empowered, you stop trying to shrink yourself to fit into places that you have clearly outgrown, and you help others do the same. So when you are empowered, you're able to stand tall. You're able it's like you exude confidence, you exude light, and others learn from you.
That's so true. That's very true. It's that one quote when you know what I'm talking about. The one where it's when we shine, we give permission to others to do the same.
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. So how does it make you feel when you empower others?
Wow. When I empower others, it gives me a sense of self-worth. Mm-hmm. It gives me confidence and purpose. I know that I was created on this earth to elevate, educate, and empower others. So I definitely get my confidence from empowering others.
Awesome. So then what would you say is the most fulfilling part of what you do?
When my clients get that aha moment, whenever they get the interview, whenever they get the job, whenever they have the resume that they can go into a interview and be confident with. Mm-hmm. That is the most fulfilling part of my job.
Yes, empowering other people and having them step into their confidence and achieve things. So you help them do that. That's amazing. So how would you recommend people to push past fear and self-doubt in order to step into their own power?
Well, first, I think it's important to gain clarity of why your fear is your fear, mm-hmm. right? Why do I fear this particular thing? You know, how is it affecting me? And once you understand it, a lot of times when you understand your fear, it isn't so bad. Mm-hmm. The next thing I would definitely say about fear and self-doubt is don't get stuck in that comparison gap. Okay, social media is notorious for making us feel all kinds of ways about our situation, you know, but you have to always remember when you're on social media, you are giving people the best of what you got, right? Mm-hmm. So everything that seems good isn't always good. So never get stuck in that comparison gap. I could never be you, and you can never be me. Okay. So there will never be any competition or comparison there. Okay. Another thing that I do is I keep a journal to remind me of my obstacles and to remind me of my success. Okay. So this journal is just simply something that I keep to remind me of where I came from. Okay. A lot of times we often forget about the things that we've accomplished. Okay. So whenever you write them down, you constantly have that reminder. And I encourage my clients to constantly, let's go back and let's reflect. Let's see where you've come from. Okay. Again, another one is don't worry about what others think. Okay. I had a friend who had a blank piece of paper. And I remember I was coming to him with an issue, and I was just like, "Oh my goodness, I'm just worried about what they think about me." He put a little bitty dot on that white piece of paper. It was a copy paper, piece of copy paper. He put a little dot on there. He said, "This is the world, and this is you. Can you see the dot?" And I could not see the dot. So that right there, it just let me know pretty much ain't nobody thinking about you.
Right. That's so true. You put it into perspective in that way.
Yes,
I know we build so much negative self-talk, and are like, oh my God, what do they think of me? And what did I do? And I look stupid, but no one's going to remember that you fell or tripped up on your words. You know what I mean? No one's going
to. And being honest with you, tripping up on your words and things of that just shows that you're human. We're human. We're not robots. So, that gives that, that gives that idea of, I am relatable. So, yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, I was like, are you saying I'm not important? And he was like, no, I just want you to understand that ain't nobody thinking about you.
Right.
Okay.
You're not special. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Another thing that I do is I never stop learning. I'm always, I pride myself in always being one step ahead of the curve. I always like to engage in meaningful conversations, and I don't just have small talk just to be having small talk. I'm always engaged in meaningful conversations. I'm always trying to learn something. And to be honest with you, when I learn something new, I create a new hobby that gives me confidence, which in return eliminates self-doubt for myself, because I know, okay, hey, I started this, I was successful in this, that means that I can do this. So those are things that I do.
Yeah, stay on that up level in your game. Yeah,
absolutely.
I like that. Okay, so now when we do hit challenges, how do you think challenges can actually contribute to our own confidence?
I'm gonna go with the old saying that my grandma used to tell me. I think of challenges as sandpaper. They scratch you, they scratch you, and scratch you. But that sandpaper was created to make that surface smooth and shiny. And whenever you're done with that sandpaper and you look at that object, it's nice and it comes out shiny.
Yes.
Comes from discipline and training. I want people to understand that you have to practice this. Confidence for me, it didn't come natural. I had my struggles, and every day, like I said before, is a process. I take things day by day, but I keep reminding myself of where I came from. So you're going to have challenges, you're going to have struggles, but you have to remember where you came from. It's not where you came from, it's where you're going.
True. What steps can you recommend for people to take to feel more confident and to gain momentum?
Woo! Okay, so these steps are going to seem super, super simple, but I mean, this is all that I do. Number one, I celebrate myself. I take time to reflect upon my goals that I've accomplished. I take time to actually look at the goals that I want to accomplish, and I just celebrate me growing, more into my womanhood, just me knowing, getting to know myself better. And with that, I also acknowledge my failures and I try to learn from them. So every time I fail at something, which is rare, but whenever I do fail at something, I like to say, okay, Britt, you didn't succeed at this. So what did you learn? Okay. Confidence comes from not always being right, but from not fearing to be wrong. So that's confidence right there. Again, like I mentioned, I learned something new. Learning something new gives me a sense of accomplishment, and it just allows me to have faith in myself. And this is going to seem super, super funny, but I will tell you the backstory behind this. Smelling good gives me more confidence. Okay.
Yes.
Smelling good can change your whole entire mood. I just want you to think about, let's say, I remember back in the day when I used to go to my grandma's house, she used to make this marshmallow pie thing. And whenever I think of the smell, I just think about all those good memories, those positive images that come from that particular smell. The University of Liverpool actually did a study on smell and how it affects people's self-esteem and self-confidence.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely. So what they did is they gave two men deodorant, right? Okay. So they gave one good smelling deodorant and one a not so good smelling deodorant. And at the end of the study, it showed that the man that had the good smelling deodorant had a more positive self-image. So I am very particular about smells, and I don't care what it is that I'm going through. I'm able to just get in the shower and put my good smells on. I'm feeling a lot better.
That's so true. Like light a candle, cook some good home cooking, and make you feel like, you know, just comforting. That makes sense.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, I am guilty of this. Stop watching so much TV. When you watch TV, it lowers your motivation and it diminishes your concentration. Okay, because again, you come into that comparison mode and you start to compare yourself with the people on TV. So get up. Go exercise. I mean, I'm not a runner, so I don't do too much running. But I mean, go for a walk. Do something. You know, play your music. And studies show that music also allows you to express yourself, and it helps you feel better and be more confident. Sure. So, I mean, like I said previously when I talked to you, sometimes I just cut on some good jams and I just twerk in the mirror.
Exactly, girl. Yes.
Yes, I whisper sweet nothings to myself. So those are things that I do. And then last but certainly not least, I help others. Okay. So listen, I'm gonna try to pronounce this correctly. So there is science behind this when you help others. Your brain releases dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, which give you that warm, happy, fuzzy feeling whenever you help others. You ever donated some clothes or volunteered somewhere that warm, fuzzy feeling?
Yes.
Those are those chemicals. That's what's allowing you to get that feeling. So I believe whenever you're helping others, everyone should benefit from it. So, you know, I get more confident in myself, and the other person is benefiting from how I'm helping them.
Right,
so
right.
Those are the things that I do to definitely feel more confident in life.
Okay, I like that. It's very true about the music. I used to do that too. Like I used to have a closet that was like all mirrors, and then like every day I would just like, you know, throw on some music and then dance. But it's also exercise too, and exercise helps you, you know, gain confidence and feel like it probably releases all those chemicals as well. So you just feel good about yourself after.
When you look good, you feel good.
Yes, very true.
I mean, it's just that simple. And then the thing is, like, no matter, you know, what your size is, no matter what you look like, the exercise is still going to make you feel good, you know, because you're comfortable in your own skin.
Right, right. That's very true. Yes. And especially when you do that in the mirror, like you are seeing how beautiful you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, I didn't know I turn like this. No, just playing.
Absolutely.
No, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so can you recommend any like songs? I know you said not TV, so let's try like songs or books or podcasts for confidence boosting.
Absolutely. So currently, I'm doing the it's like a devotional book by Lisa Bevier. I think I'm saying her name right. It's a journaling book to remind me of my strength. Ooh. Okay, so basically each day I do something in it, and it says you are strong because, you know. So that's definitely something that I am doing. I also just got finished reading Rick Warren's Purpose Driven Life. I think for like the third time in my life. Yes, ma'am. That is a great book. You know, finding your purpose in life. You know, trying to figure out what it is that you were placed on this earth to do. And my favorite, I try to listen to her every morning. Oh my goodness, is Sarah Jakes Roberts. I can listen to anything of her. She has a podcast. She has YouTube. I mean, I would even watch her on TV. She is amazing. She is just good for women. I love her.
So what does she talk? What are some examples of things she talks about?
Oh my goodness. She talks about confidence. She talks about faith. I was actually listening to something she was talking about today. She's a spiritual leader, and she was talking about faith and, how it's okay, to have the faith, the grain of a mustard seed, because some of us, we're stretched out. Okay. We have seen so much bad, that sometimes it's hard for us to believe that it could get better.
Mm-hmm.
But just having that little bit of faith is showing that you're growing. So, she's amazing. I love her.
I'm going to check her out. What is her podcast called?
Sarah Jakes Roberts. I'll email it to you. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I just Googled or looked up Sarah Jakes Roberts in my podcast app.
Okay.
And she popped up, but she is absolutely amazing. And she's edgy.
Okay. I like that too, girl. Okay. So lastly, can you give us some advice on how we can start feeling beautiful, confident, and empowered inside ourselves first?
Absolutely. I am going to start off by saying, remember, you are worth absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
No one can love you better than you love yourself. Practice self-care.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing where I always say, put on your face, honey,
Mm-hmm.
and paint your nails, whatever it takes to make you feel good. Again, take pride in your appearance. When a girl feels that she is perfectly groomed and dressed, she can forget the part of her. That's charm. That's F. Scott Fitzgerald, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The author of The Great Gatsby. I learned that from him. Take pride in your appearance. Document your success. Visualize your goals. Visualize your goals. I am no stranger to a vision board, to a good old vision board.
Yeah,
and I put things on my vision board that are actually obtainable, and things that in my mind, because sometimes I have those negative thoughts, things that I don't think that are attainable. But I make sure I visualize my goals. I make it plain.
Mm-hmm.
God never changes, but our memories do. Write down and document your success. Okay. Confidence has been a journey. Confidence has to be a journey. Confidence is not a destination. You're never going to have that final destination of confidence. Oh, I got it. Yep. I don't need any more practice. Yes. Confidence takes practice. It's something, like I said before, you have to wake up every day and choose. It's a choice. Mm-hmm. Choose to be confident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like working out.
Absolutely.
It's like a muscle that you have to build. I'm learning that. I'm totally learning that. It's not instant. In some cases, it could maybe be, but in the long run, in order for us to always feel that within us, it is something that we have to totally practice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I remember I used to be super hard on myself. I used to be like this perfectionist, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't say that right. Oh my goodness, I didn't look right, or I had this expression on my face. But I had to learn. I am my own worst enemy, and I had to practice better care. I had to practice love talks with myself. Hey, Brittany, there's nothing wrong with what you said. There's nothing wrong with what you did. So we have to remember, we have to nurture ourselves, talk good to ourselves.
Yeah, that's so true.
I was noticing that I was giving all of these people, all this good positive feedback, but I wasn't feeding myself. I wasn't watering my own plant.
Yes. So lastly, if we want to continue to work with you and be led by you and guided by you and feel more confident with you, how do we do so?
Absolutely. I have a website. It's www.drbrittanyray.com. DRBRITTANYRAY.com, traditionally spelled. Whenever you visit my website, you're going to see a nice, bright picture of myself, and then you're going to see 2 tabs on there. And I offer free resources in those tabs. Your first tab, you're going to see where it says download your free Momentum Mastermind Toolbox. And that is going to take you to a box where you have to sign up for it. You will receive your toolbox access immediately through your email, whatever you sign up for. And with that, it's actually a Google drive where I actually keep adding to it. So I keep adding materials in it. It's like never ending. It's bottomless. Okay. So anytime I think of something that people could use, I add it to that. So you're going to constantly get new resources. So if you just check that every once in a while, you're going to see new resources in there. In addition to that, I offer just for you, offer a free discovery call. Okay. So if you would like to talk with me, you can go ahead on the website and set up a free discovery call, and we can talk about, your goals or ambitions, and we can talk about ways to get you to reach those goals.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That bottomless blessing that you have for us, that we always have access to. I appreciate that. And then also your time and effort in the call that you're willing to give us. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Ma'am, thank you so much for this opportunity. You are absolutely amazing.
No, you are.
What you are doing is monumental. It's needed. So
thank you so much. And I'm glad to be learning from people like you, because when I first put this summit together, I just wanted to put it together, and like I did have a vision, but now that I'm actually here interviewing women, it's so powerful. So I just want to get this message out, and everyone has very important, valuable information and expertise, including you. So thank you so much for sharing with us, Dr. Brittany. I appreciate you.
Thank you, and keep shining, girl.
Thank you. You too. So we will be signing off today, and we hope that you got enough education on how to acknowledge your worth, feel beautiful on the inside in order to step into the most confident and empowered version of yourself. So thank you again, Dr. Brittany.
Thank you.
Yes, everyone have a beautiful day.
Bye.
Bye.